I came into contact with somebody from one of the big four, ended up becoming kind of a mentor to me. He's now a member of our club.
Man, when I first saw my first Hell's Angel standing there, I was like, that's what I want to be, man.
If you're running a three-piece, just like you know, it is truly an outlaw standard. Doesn't make you a 1%er, but it makes you an outlaw.
This is what I believe in, you know, and it was awesome to see that my brothers believed in me.
It's the wolf leading the sheep, man. You know, the sheep need to open their eyes because they're about to walk off the cliff where the whole other pack of wolves are at the bottom.
If you were getting your lunch money taken before you put them rags on, if they catch you by yourself, they're going to take your lunch money again.
I try to be around the guys and hang out with them as much as possible and get to know them, because that's really what it's about.
The Hells Angels are being arraigned. One man was stabbed in the chest, another was knocked out, who faced criminal charges, including charges of hate crimes as well as gang allegations. One defendant faces an attempted murder charge. So this certainly appears to be a widespread investigation.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me good? Hold on. Got issues here. Can't hear myself. Can you guys hear me? Let me see if you guys can hear me. Yo! Can you guys hear me good? Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I think my chair is breaking. Tell your mother's, brother's, sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. We got a wild story to tell you guys today. We got a bunch of crazy things to tell you guys about. So Loud, what's going on? Thank you for joining me today. Ken, how you doing? Jason is in the building. Everett, what's good? Nicholas, how are you? Yeah, I things are a little moved around because I've been working on some other things and working on editing the documentary. It's a lot of fucking work. Craig, how you doing? Can't wait to. What's good? Thank you guys all for joining me today. I really appreciate you. We got some good shows to talk about. I came across this picture. I thought it was pretty funny. If you guys haven't heard, John Leguizamo has been let go. $500 million contract he lost. Damn shame. Sucks to be you, John Leguizamo. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about the South Park episode where Harley Gwindin in it. It's pretty funny. So today we got a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about our first story is this guy. So this guy is a self-proclaimed pagan member. Now, let me ask you guys, to all the motorcycle club members, right, that are listening. If you are in a club and you get pulled over for something, and when the cops pull you over, do you automatically give up? Hey, I'm part of this club. Is that like protocol or do you get in trouble for that? I'm just curious because that's what this guy did. When he got pulled over and arrested, he said, hey, I'm a member of the Pagans. Like, I don't get it. I thought you're supposed to like keep it to yourself. Like, you have the right to remain silent. Delray Beach pagan biker gang member arrested after fleeing deputies in the Keys. Grassy Grassy Key, Florida, a motorcycle gang member from Delray Beach was arrested in the Keys after a brief pursuit that was revealed he was wanted on a felony gun and warrants for drugs. Deputies with the Monroe County Sheriff's Office say 60-year-old John Ray Melvin, a self-identified Pagan Outlaw gang member. So he's self-identified. So why would he provide that information? Very odd. So to all you guys that are in clubs, if you do get pulled over by the police, if you run from them, whatever it is, right? Are you supposed to tell them that you're a part of a club? And what are the consequences for doing so? Because maybe he's not. It could be, right? It could be. So he's a self-identified Pagan Outlaw gang member. He was arrested on Grassy Key after deputies discovered he was wanted on an outstanding warrants from Palm Beach County. The incident began around 3:15 p.m. when deputies attempted to stop a group of motorcyclists near mile marker 58 on US 1. While one rider stopped and was cited for suspended license, the rest of the group, including Melvin, reportedly fled the scene. So authorities say they eventually caught up with the group on Kyle Avenue, where the bikers had blocked the roadway and the public bike path. So they went down like a bicycle path, allegedly. During the encounter, records check revealed Melvin's felony warrants for possession of cocaine and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. His motorcycle was towed and he was booked into the jail awaiting extradition. The sheriff's office will continue to make gang-related crime a priority. And it says, I will not allow such groups to interfere in the lives of peaceful and law-abiding citizens. And who is this? Rick Ramsey. That's what he said in a statement. So he's pretty pissed about this situation. But I'm curious because they don't say anything else about the other club members that were there, right? It's just, I don't know. That's it? Like, what do you mean? Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna get another article. Delray Beach Pagan Motorcycle Club member arrested for fleeing deputies in the Florida Keys. Grassy Key, Florida, what began as a routine traffic stop along the sunny bleached stretch of US 1 in Florida Keys escalated quickly into a brief pursuit and the arrest of a Delray Beach man wanted on felony gun and drug charges, authorities said. According to Monroe County Sheriff's Office, John Ray Melvin, 60 years old, a self-identified member of the Pagans Motorcycle Club. Like, I don't understand. So, yeah, to all the members of any club that are watching, when you get pulled over, do you say, hey, I'm a member of this club? Like, what's the reason to even do that? Hey, New England Rider, what's going on? Thank you for joining me today. Tommy's in the building. Lindsay, thank you for joining me. I appreciate everything you do for this channel. Edge, how you doing, man? Not in a club, but I heard that they just hand the cops a business card and it says basically, fuck off. Oh, man. Yeah, but why would he tell the cops that he's a part of any club? Why would he give them that information? It's just mind-blowing. It really is. Like, I don't understand these people and what they're thinking. Like, so it says the incident unfolded around 3:15 near mile marker 58 when deputies attempted to stop a group of motorcyclists. And the question I have is, what happened to the rest of the motorcyclists? It doesn't say anything about them. It says while one rider complied and was cited for driving with a suspended license, authorities say the remaining riders, including Melvin, so okay, he got driving with a suspended license. What happened? Did they tow his bike? Did they say, all right, you're cool to go? Did he tell him that he was in a club too? I'm just curious. Like, so the first guy, what did he say? Because I wonder if I could get the body camera footage from this situation. Possibly. I'm gonna put in for a records request to see if I can get it. The rest of them accelerated away from the stop and prompted a pursuit through the area. Deputies later located the group and on Kyle Avenue, while investigators say riders had blocked both the roadway and the public bike path, creating a potential hazard for motorists and pedestrians alike. During the encounter, deputies conducted a records check revealing that Melvin was wanted of felony charges of possession of cocaine and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Now, that charge holds a lot of time. You'll get like fucking 5 to 10 years for firearm by a convicted felon. And then on top of it, the drug charges, yeah, he's cooked. Especially down in Florida. We're gonna check how much time you get for that down there in Florida. Let's check it out. Give me 1 second. I mean, I just would think that if you were a part of a club, you just keep your mouth shut and not say anything. Instead, they are offering up, hey, I'm a part of this club. Why would that even matter? Why would they even say anything? It says right here that in Florida, combination of felony cocaine possession and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon constitute a very serious offense, likely resulting in a multi-year prison sentence. The exact amount of prison time depends heavily on whether the possession was actual or constructive, whatever the hell that means, and if the defendant is classified as a habitual offender. The maximum penalty is 15 years in Florida State Prison. Now, this isn't even counting the feds, because the feds could pick up a charge like that, felon in possession of a firearm. I'm not sure if you get state time for possession of a firearm by a felon, if they can still charge you with the feds. I'm not sure about that. Like, if you get arrested for a weapon and you're a felon, if they can give you time in the state and the feds. Anyone listening, do you know if that's true? Can they give you time in the feds and in the state for the same charge? I would think that would be double jeopardy, but I don't know. It says the minimum sentence is 3 years in prison. It's mandatory. Constructive possession. If the gun was in the car or a house and not on their person, there is no automatic minimum mandatory, but a 15-year maximum still applies. Holy shit. It's deemed a criminal gang member can be increased to first-degree felony and carries up to 30 years in prison. So him telling the cops that he was a part of this club carries 30 fucking years. 30 years he can do in prison just for telling him that he was a part of that club. Wow. I did not know that. Enhanced penalty. If deemed a criminal gang member, this can be increased to a first-degree felony carrying up to 30 years in prison. And he told them, hey, it's a self-admitted member. So he told them that he was in the club. And they consider the Pagans, the Outlaws, the Hells Angels, all of them, they consider them gangs. especially down in Florida. They're trying to pass a law where you can't even hang out with each other. They're trying to patch a ban law and all this other shit, a patch ban. So we'll see what happens with that. Total potential exposure. If convicted of both, the sentence can be served consecutively, one after another. In the 3-year minimum mandatory for the firearm is often triggered in these cases, meaning combined sentence at least 3 to 15 plus years. Holy shit. Key factors influencing sentence 10 to 20 to life. While preliminary for violent felons, Florida's 10, 20 to life law statute severely punishing the use of a firearm during felonies. But I don't think he had that, but he does have possession of the firearm with drugs at the same time. So that's not good. So this guy, oh man, Melvin immediately was arrested without further incident. His motorcycle was towed from the scene and he was transported to the Monroe County Jail, where he remains in custody awaiting extradition to Palm County to face outstanding charges. Authorities did not report any injuries related to pursuit, nor did they indicate whether additional riders may face charges. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office emphasized the traffic stop involves a large group. Motorcycle group can quickly become dangerous when riders refuse to comply. The arrest highlights the continued coordination between local agencies across Florida to tracking individuals wanted on serious felony warrants, even hundreds of miles from the counties where the charges originate. Melvin's case now returns to Palm Beach County, where prosecutors are expected to move forward on the firearm and narcotics allegations. So I will let you guys know more information when it becomes available. TRC, what's going on? Hey, shout out to Quebec. We got Quebec in the building. Thank you for joining me. Patrick, how you doing? Florida's a rough place to do a bid, huh? Hell yeah, it is. Listen, I never went to prison in Florida, but I got handcuffed for some bullshit. I was in Daytona Beach, right? And in my past life, I used to be a rapper, right? Believe it or not. I used to be a rapper and I was in Daytona Beach. We did a couple shows on Daytona Beach. It was spring break. This was a long time ago. This was like 2006. And I did a couple shows and I was burning CDs and I was selling them on the strip at Daytona Beach, right? And I was selling a lot of them too. Like people were buying them left and right. And I'm selling one in front of this hotel, right? And I'm talking to these people and they go to buy one and this guy just grabs my arm and I'm like, what the fuck? He grabs my arm. I'm like, get the fuck off me. And he whips out a badge. He's like, I'm an undercover cop. He said, you can't be soliciting people out here and you can't be selling this. He thought it was bootlegged music. Like I was pirating the music. I'm like, no. So this is my music. And I was on probation at the time. So your Patreon is great. Thanks. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Make sure you guys go check out Patreon. There's a lot of exclusive content you can't see on YouTube. You must spit some rhymes for us, Staxx, before the show ends. Man, I kind of retired all that. I'm thinking about doing a song. I like doing songs. I used to freestyle in prison a lot. That's how I made it through my bid. But no, so he handcuffed me and had me in the lobby for like an hour. I thought I was going to prison, but he let me go. Believe it or not. I think I gave him a fake name, but they let me go. And then I got my ass home. So I wouldn't end up in prison down there, because fuck that. But I did get handcuffed in Florida. Never went to prison, but I definitely heard stories about it. It's a pretty bad environment to do time. Especially being hot as hell down there and all that. So now we're going to go over to Spain and talk about Spain. I'll tell you where you can go and listen to my music. It's on a bunch of websites. It's on what the hell is it? SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, SoundCloud. Look up Bill Staxx, you'll find it. So we're going to go over to Spain and talk about the leaders of the Spanish Hells Angel chapter have been acquitted of crimes. This is a pretty wild situation. If you guys didn't know, there's a Spanish chapter of the Hells Angels. So Angels acquitted. Spain's highest profile Hells Angel trial collapsed in Mallorca courtroom. This is in Spain. After years of surveillance, wiretaps, raids, one of the largest motorcycle gang prosecutions ever mounted in Spain, the courtroom went quiet. The leaders of the Spanish chapter of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club walked free in a sweeping decision that sent shockwaves through Spanish law enforcement. The court in Mallorca acquitted the heads of the Hells Angels local chapter following a sprawling collective trial involving 45 alleged members of the Outlaw Motorcycle Club. Prosecutors had framed the case as a decisive strike against organized crime on the Balearic Islands, a chance to dismantle what they claim was a criminal enterprise operating behind the facade of chrome, leather, and brotherhood. Instead, it ended up with acquittals, reduced convictions, and an uncomfortable reminder on how hard it is to prove criminal conspiracy in court. But this is a very rare situation. A lot of times they get convicted. A lot of times, I mean, people go into prison for conspiracy charges is just, it's crazy, because conspiracy is like, it's hard for you to beat a conspiracy charge, because conspiracy means you were thinking about going to do something. And they hit a lot of people. A lot of people are in prison for conspiracy charges. Like, how do you tell them you weren't? I wasn't planning on doing that, but all they have to do is prove that you were, right? And don't let them fool you. They don't have to prove shit. You have to prove that you're innocent. It says the trial, years in the making, focused on alleged racketeering, intimidation, and organized criminal activity tied to the group's presence in Mallorca, a Mediterranean resort island better known for beaches and nightlife than courtroom drama. Prosecutors painted the Hells Angels as a tightly controlled organization whose hierarchy allegedly directed criminal conduct while maintaining plausible deniability at the top. But judges weren't convinced. In their ruling, the court found that while some defendants were clearly members of the motorcycle club, prosecutors failed to demonstrate that the organization itself functioned as a criminal enterprise under the Spanish law, or that its leadership directly ordered or coordinated illegal acts. Membership, the court emphasized, is not a crime. Evidence of control, command, or intent is required. So a lot of people think that these are criminal enterprises, but they are not. It doesn't work the way that people think it does. These guys join motorcycle clubs for brotherhood, to be involved with something bigger than themselves. They don't sign up to be involved in criminal activity. That's why it's not a gang. People always say, oh, but they did this at this gas station. Still doesn't mean it's a gang, because it's not. Just because certain individuals get involved with things, they operate on their own accord. It has nothing to do with the club as a whole. But the media and a lot of people out there, like the police, they want you to think that these guys are all criminals. Everybody involved with these clubs are criminals. They're bad people, but they're not. Down in Florida, they're trying to demonize all of the clubs down there. I mean, look what they doing to the Mongols down there. They make them seem like they're the worst criminals ever. They're not. I mean, they got into a fight at a gas station, but they make it seem like, oh, that the public is in danger. And don't get me wrong, sometimes the public is around when things happen, and like what happened up there in Pennsylvania, where the two bystanders got shot. The man was pumping gas or pumping air in his tire. He got shot in the face, and the woman got shot in the stomach. Those are unfortunate situations, and those are rare. Like, how often does that happen? Rarely. But these guys are not criminal enterprises. And if anyone ever goes to court, your best option is probably to take a bench trial, because a jury will see what the media paints the narrative, and the police are able to sway them. But sometimes these judges see through the bullshit, and that it sounds like this is what happened here. For the chapter's leader, the distinction proved decisive. Defense attorneys seized on gaps in the prosecution case, arguing that investigators relied too heavily on symbolism, association, and reputation rather than the hard evidence. And that's a lot of times what they do. They don't look at the crime. People are being prosecuted just because they're involved with a motorcycle club. Like, look at Freddie Agnello. They convicted him just because he was involved with the Pagans Motorcycle Club. It had nothing to do with the crime, because there was no reason for them to bring his cut into the courtroom. The Pagans Motorcycle Club had absolutely nothing to do with any of his case, but they still did it. They still brung in an axe handle that had writing Pagans on the handle in marker, and they tried to say that it was done in airbrush and all this shit. They totally screwed that guy all over a reputation. And now he's going to be sitting in there probably for the rest of his life. So free Freddie Agnello. Wearing patches, attending meetings, and riding under the banner, they argue, does not equate to running a criminal syndicate. But the media wants you to think that. The ruling exposes the challenges faced by authorities across Europe. Outlaw motorcycle clubs operate in the gray space between subculture and organized crime. While individual members may be convicted of offenses, proving that the club itself is a criminal by design remains a high-level legal bar, whatever the hell that means. One of the prosecutors could not clear. For law enforcement, the acquittal is a bitter setback. The trial was meant to send a message to Spain that they would not tolerate organized crime embedding itself in the tourist hotspots. Instead, it underscores the limits of collective prosecutions and the risk of overreach. Now, I'm pretty sure that Spain is the chapter. They have a lot of money. They have a nice clubhouse with, like, I've heard stories about it, and I've seen videos where they have like motorcycles inside, and it's right over the cliff, and it overlooks the ocean and shit. And it's like white marble in there. I heard it's really nice. So, but who's to say they're not going to still be targeted after this situation? because they all walked free, right? For the Hells Angels, the verdict is a symbolic victory, not just legal, but cultural. It reinforces the long-held narrative within the club that they are a brotherhood first, and that the state too often mistakes identity for guilt. Outside the courtroom, reactions were muted, but unmistakable. Supporters spoke of vindication. Critics warned that the ruling could embolden criminal networks operating under the cover of club colors. What is clear is that this trial was never just one man or one chapter. It was a referendum on how modern justice confronts organizations that thrive on loyalty, silence, and the space between legality and legend. But for now, the leaders will walk free, and we'll see what happens coming up next with all this stuff. I mean, they really do get the shitty end of the stick for no reason, right? Hey, Wild Card, what's going on? Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate you. Ken, how you doing? Free Rain Man. Shout out to everybody that's locked up, man. Being locked up is a terrible situation. Like, Patrick, what's going on? Did they give you a tour of the Oma bike while you were down there? Must spit some rounds for us. Make sure you guys really check out Patreon. I'll put a link in. There's a link in the description of this video. It doesn't cost a lot of money either. It's pretty cheap. We got a lot of people too. We got 336 people that subscribed. So make sure you guys join. We got a good community. There's a lot of videos that are going to be going up. Shout out to Milk. He's with the Chosen Few Motorcycle Club. He's a president over there in Las Vegas. And we got a 3-hour-long interview. It's pretty good. He tells me a lot of things. It's a pretty in-depth interview. I got another interview with a guy named Jimbo out of, I think it's Delaware. He was involved with 2 motorcycle clubs. And he talks about how he had his patch snatched from him. It's a crazy story. Wait till you hear that one. I was like, what? I'm like, you didn't fight? Like, he's like, nah, I just gave it up. I'm like, wow. Another club came up and said they wanted his patch, and he gave it up. I was like, wow. I don't know. Just craziness. But I mean, I guess the motorcycle club world is changing, especially with Harley Gwendon, and everybody is questioning what he's doing. I mean, the world is changing, and you gotta get with the times, I guess, right? And there's a lot of talk about Big Cass join Satan's Choice. Let me see if I got anything else. We talked about that story yesterday with the guy Panhead. That's a crazy situation. An old man, he's like 73 years old, shoots a balloon in a bar while it's full of people. We got to talk about a motorcycle crash that happened. So this is in Gwinnett County. Oh, no, this is a different thing that happened. A police officer was killed in Gwinnett County. Officer is dead. Another critically injured in a shooting near Stone Mountain Hotel. Atlanta, Georgia, Gwinnett County officers dead and another remains in critical condition after responding to a fraud call near a hotel in Stone Mountain. According to the police department, officers responded to 1790 East Park Place Boulevard around 7:30 a.m. on Sunday. The address matched the location of the Holiday Inn Express Atlanta Hotel. When they arrived, Gwinnett County police said a person fired handguns, striking both officers. The officers returned fire, injuring the suspect, police said. Both officers and the suspects were taken to nearby hospital. One of the officers did not survive his injuries, officials said. The second officer remains in the hospital at this time. They added the condition of the suspect is not known. Additional details remain limited at this time. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation is assisting with the investigation. Gwinnett County Police said an official donation link has been set up for anyone that wants to support the officer's family at this time. It's a developing story. I'll give you more information as it becomes available. I mean, anyone that has the balls to be shooting at the cops is crazy. I mean, he's not gonna have a good time in prison. You know what I'm saying? Let me find this. There was a motorcycle accident too, and I'm trying to find it. I don't know where the hell it went. Let me see here. I gotta find it again. So what's good, everybody? What are you guys up to today? Authorities accuse motorcycle and street gang members of targeting the judge. That's a huge story. Those people that got arrested in Indiana for targeting that judge. Man, you guys are gonna love this documentary that I'm putting together. It is something insane. It's something that people have not seen anything like this before. It's exclusive footage of the Hells Angels. All right, I think I found it. All right, this is in El Paso. I found it. Motorcycle crash. Police are investigating a crash involving a motorcycle in El Paso. El Paso, Texas. El Paso police say they are investigating a serious crash involving a motorcycle that happened early Sunday morning, February 1st. The crash happened a little after 1 a.m. Sunday at Lamaland and Bengal Drive, police said. They did not say if anyone was hurt, but they sent out an alert to media about 2:30 a.m. We have reached out for more information. We'll give you more updates about this story. There was another motorcycle crash over in Phoenix, Arizona, I believe it was. Let me see if I can find that one. Yeah, I don't know where the Phoenix one went, but it said 2 people were hurt in a motorcycle crash in Phoenix. Staxx is pronounced Mallorcans, main city in Palms. Mallorcans? Mallorcas, right? I butcher a lot of names, man. But that's crazy, right? So this guy could possibly go to prison for 30 years just for admitting that he's a part of that motorcycle club. Why would he do that? I just don't understand. Why would he do that? Just remember, when you get pulled over, you have the right to remain silent. Like, you can be quiet. You don't have to tell him anything. It's just very odd. Make sure you guys go check out part 3 and the last part of the situation where the woman got beat up in the bar. This is a developing story. I'll let you guys know because this guy's eventually going to get arrested. They have a warrant for his arrest, and I believe they're actively looking for him now. So, and tomorrow we'll be talking about the South Park episode with Harley Gwendon. It's pretty funny. But make sure you guys go check out the interview. And I want to tell you guys, some people out there think that this is the real Donnie Watts. Like, they're in the comments talking shit. They said, you don't know Harley, you don't know this and that, you're a piece of shit. I'm like, dude, it's a skit, bro. It's a fucking skit. It's funny. But some people, they think it's real. Like, you can't make this up. Some other person said, you must be hurting for content. No, actually, I got too much content. It's busting at the seams, but join the membership and you'll be able to see new videos. I'm about to drop some more right now. So join Patreon. I can't stress it enough. If you join Patreon, you will get exclusive content that I can't play on YouTube. It is really exclusive content. Some good stuff. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. There's tons of videos over there. All exclusive things that you cannot see over here on YouTube. You know, they limit us to what we can do over here. But over on Patreon, no holds bar. We get to do whatever the fuck we want. Thank you guys all for joining me. I really appreciate it. Patreon links in the description of this video. And we're going to get Popcorn some more followers. He lost his YouTube channel. Someone erased his YouTube channel. So I'm going to send you guys over there to go subscribe to Popcorn's new YouTube channel. He's going to keep grinding, keep trying to make this happen. So I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for joining me. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chatting with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App at Chatting with Staxx, or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chats, Zelle, all that good stuff. And if you want to tell your story on Chatting with Staxx, just email me at billstax2021@gmail.com. And if you want hoodies or t-shirts, just hit me up on this email right here or hit me up on Facebook at Bill Staxx. And Virginia Chaos, your merch is going to get sent out first thing tomorrow morning right after the show. Thank you guys all for joining me. I hope you guys have a great the rest of your day. Happy Sunday. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank you, guys. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.